everybody. Clearing. Okay, so today we're going to do a little bit of a pick a pile. I don't have the cards to show you yet, so I'm just going to get them. But the message I'm being asked to bring through is pick a pile on what does your divine counterpart, likely your DM, think of your connection. So kind of like where on the spiritual scale. This is where a twin flame type of a card might come out, a certain frequency. I'm going to use the starseed, so kind of like the lens that they look at the connection through. What is the most accurate, energetic description that your DM or divine counterpart holds about your connection? So I'm going to pull 3 piles. I'm not going to show you what they are. I'm just going to show you the back of the card, and then we'll go into it. So thank you, Divine Creator. What is it that we can see for my viewer? What stage of the journey, what amount of recognition of their connection does my viewers, divine counterpart or DM hold regarding their connection? So pile 1. 1 card for pile 1, please. Okay, got it. Pile 2. What is it we can see for pile 2? And pile 3. And pile 3, we got it. Okay, I'm not going to look at them, but here we go. So let's go pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Pause. I'm going to put timestamps and pin it to the top comment below. So again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'm going to put these down. So pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and meet me regarding those on your timestamp. Okay, so pile 1. Here we go. So how does your divine counterpart see your connection at this time? Seal of individuality, authenticity, uniqueness, and integration. So immediately what I'm getting for you, pile 1, is that your divine counterpart used to think that you were too different, did not see how your connection could gel. There was some major reason, and I'm even hearing just like frequency difference. I believe that for some counterparts in this energy, they're going to actually understand that you were at a different stage. Maybe you were more spiritual, maybe you were who knows, you were already maybe further ahead in some regard, or they didn't quite get you, they didn't quite understand your uniqueness. They are now at a stage where they are valuing that. They're starting to see how little glimmers of awareness about your connection and how you are uncanny in being sort of that missing piece in their life in certain regard. Like they've gone through some karma looking for something that they thought was the answer, and they've realized that you actually embody the feeling of what they were looking for all along. They just didn't recognize it in you because they thought it came in a different box. That's the feeling I'm getting here. So they're beginning to integrate the idea that opposites do attract, but it's not really opposites in your case. They're understanding that different viewpoints, different modes, different experiences, different walks of life in some regard add to the beauty. We don't want a cookie cutter partner. Where is the intrigue in that? Where is the growth potential? So they don't want safe and familiar anymore. They're willing to step out of their comfort zone and connect with you in time. They're warming up to the idea. So let's ask some more questions for pile 1. What is What is on the mind space for pile 1? What does pile 1's divine counterpart really think of them right now? What are they seeing? More. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Wow. They definitely see you as someone that stands by their word. When you say you're going to do something, boy, do you do it well. You stick with it. You are exemplary. I'm hearing, like, they've never met anyone like you. You are enthusiastic, dedicated. You know how to go the distance, and they're in awe of that. They're in awe that when you say you're going to do something, even if you've never done it before, you become a specialist in it. It's like you just have this magic about you that they see you realize in the material realm. It's like nothing gets past you, nothing escapes you, but nothing is sorry, they're literally dumbfounded at how, if you get an idea in your head, you make it happen, and nothing is outside of the realm of possible with you, is what I'm hearing. Like, they know better than to think if you say you're going to do something that there's any chance that you won't follow through or be successful. And in the past, that felt a bit much for them, because you said that about your connection with them, and they're like, they didn't know how to take that. They just literally hadn't seen someone whose frequency was so true and that actually meant those audacious things in that way. And it freaked them out. It literally freaked them out. They had all kinds of different theories about what that was about for you. The Ace of Wands in the reverse also came out. And so I'm hearing passion is growing. Like, they are, it's in the reverse. So there's like this promise of a spark. There's like this untapped potential. And I'm getting that the second that they allow themselves to actually initiate things with you, that they know the passion will come back. It's like they're just holding it on that edge right now while they catch up to speed, I heard. So yeah, that's how they're thinking about you and your connection right now. Let's see what that thing is that they want to balance out in themselves prior to initiating things with you. I heard they know that you are there, an option waiting for them, interested. They know this. Okay, so something about moving forward energetically. Yes, we got that with the Ace of Wands. So they really mean it. There is literally something that they feel they need to take care of first before they come forward to your connection. What is that? Oh my gosh. Lovers and the Tower. Okay, so they have to be their true self, themselves with you. Authenticity and uniqueness, and this combination means also authenticity, and anything that is not in alignment must go. And so they can't move forward because there's something, and it's going to be different for everyone, but there's something in your divine counterpart's life that they know is fake or not up to par. Something that has to be let go of, released. This can be a person, place, situation, job, belief structure, family dynamic, anything. It has to be released in order to move forward. And I get the sense that it's something that's playing out physically in the 3D, because this tower is like a major foundational change. So something physical is got to change before they can align with the truth of this connection. They also know that after all this time, the angels are protecting it, that there is some kind of divine intervention, divine guidance, divine timing at play. They feel like your connection has been protected. There are too many weird timing issues and blessings in disguise along the path for it to be coincidental, I'm hearing. Okay, what else can we get here for you? Let's get a message from your counterpart. So what would your divine counterpart say to you right now about where they are at, about this coming into alignment? Listen to your heart. Love is the answer, and I need time for me. So listen to your heart came out in the reverse. I thought at first they were telling you to listen to your heart, but it's about them taking more time from whatever this set paradigm is that they need to shift out of. They are literally saying here that they know love is the answer. They see your connection as exemplifying love, but they need to learn how to listen to their heart more, and they need the space and time to come into that as a discipline, as a way of life. So that's what they would say to you, that they are aligning. The lovers, all this love, they are aligning, and they need time to do that. And so right now it's not anything going on in the 3D. Like, the 3D is a placeholder for pile 1. Whatever appears to be keeping pile 1 away from coming forward, getting to know you better, initiating things, take it how it resonates for your level of connectivity. Whatever is holding your counterpart back, it's not what it looks like in the 3D. It's literally biding time right now for them to align with their heart as a way of life, because they know you do that. Okay, pile 2. Pile 2. Temple of Eventual Destinies. How beautiful. So pile 2, your person knows you're going to be together. They absolutely know. It's just a matter of time. Benevolence, spiritual progression, and enlightenment. So they know the more they learn, the more they grow, the more they become their best expression, the more they see it all works together, and that it makes sense. It just makes sense that the two of you are going to be together. So let's get some cards on how does your person see you. So this is what they think. You know, they think that you both have some more spiritual growing to do, or at least they do. They know that you're going to be together though. But how do they look at your connection? What do they think about you? What do they think about this stage of the journey? What are their thoughts about this connection, about you? What can we see about this eventual destiny? Oh yeah. So we got the 4 of Pentacles. This is hanging on tightly. It can be clinging, but it's kind of guarding the heart, keeping the status quo. So for right now, even if it looks like they are gone, they are hanging on tightly. They've got you, the sunshine, and this union symbol, the swan. They mate for life. So this enlightenment and this commitment in the heart space, they've got it locked away. They've got it under wraps, no matter what's going on right now. They are enlightened. You know, the sun is a message of enlightenment, and it is in this 4 of Pentacles card. So they do know in their heart of hearts, they are enlightened to this connection, confirmation, and they are energetically, telepathically communicating with you. They are also learning how to discern frequencies, as any spiritual path will support us to that. They are in the revelation of energetics right now. They're learning about the depth of this connection in the 5D and above, I heard. They're learning that you are tuned into each other's radio station. So they could be seeing, you know, signs and synchronicities. Their understanding of what love is, what relationship is being boosted right now. It's being augmented, and they're seeing a deeper layer of reality and true connectivity. They're really seeing you as their spiritual understanding grows, as the benevolence of this life and this reality sinks in. They are becoming more enlightened. They are having a deepening of faith, a deepening of trust in their connection to source. They're getting better at reading energy. All things that are not in alignment with them are being seen for what they are right now. It's like they can see in the dark. They're no longer confused about people and what's good for them and where their loyalties lay in their heart of hearts. They see it. So for whatever reason, there's something hindering the connection in some way, or you wouldn't be watching this. And this card said eventual destinies. So let's get a message on what is keeping them in this future timeline. What is it we can see for pile 2? What is holding back the energy in a future? Okay, so we do get a Queen of Swords in the reverse. So there is somebody, this could be a feminine energy, it could be a karmic partner for this pile, it could be somebody who is up to no good, someone who is not a very kind energy, either from your person's past or in the present right now, that's blocking. So some mindset, this can be like a pessimistic mindset too, I'm getting for some. So some kind of faulty belief structure has been bestowed upon your person, and they are having trouble understanding how to uproot that firmly held belief, I'm hearing. And that's why they're such a specialist in energetics right now, is because they're really trying to finely attune and crack the code of discernment, of motive, of intention. They're learning how to read people's hearts, I just heard. So these are specialists in purity. These are very highly attuned empaths in pile 2. Very gifted, but they have had some traumatic experiences with unkind energies. Yeah, we get it again. Okay, so this is, look at how brutal that is. So they have had experiences in their life, verbal abuse, backgrounds like that, where they have not been able to trust caregivers or sources of love. It's like it's a trick. It's like people had ulterior motives, and that has deeply damaged your person so that they haven't been able to trust the love in this connection fully. When they see real nurturing, you, Divine Feminine, my viewer, this is you. And so I literally, it's really sad, because for pile 2, I feel like they've been trapped in their own minds, not believing the kindness that you've been offering, not believing your heart, oh, I'm really moved to tears. This person struggles with not being secure enough in themselves to trust what you say to them, that you actually love them. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional here, but they do feel that you have given them some beautiful encouragement and nourishment that they haven't been able to digest because of insecurity and skepticism and fear, because they have not been able to read intentions, and they have been blindsided. I'm hearing shock and awe, like some really sticky karmic family dynamics or something that has not allowed them to find safety with what people say. They haven't been able to trust that. So trust is a big issue here that's holding pile 2 back. I really felt that. It's a sincere struggle. The struggle is real for pile 2, but they know that eventually they're going to heal this. You are heartwarming to them. They do feel your sincerity on the heart space, but they are really fragile. They have been very tender in their lives, and so they are warming up to this. It's just a matter of time. Okay, let's get a message for them and see what would they say to you at this point. What would your person say to you? Pile 2, what would pile 2's person say? We're just getting one. What is it? You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. Wow, so something, they have been triggered. They are going to come back around, because their heart knows the love is here, but something that's been said They are so sensitive. Pile 2, so sensitive. So if you have said something that you even felt was maybe not totally tactful, the timing was off, it wasn't coming from ultimate purity, pile 2, your person definitely took it the wrong way. But I don't even think you'd have to say, like, almost the more sincere you try to be with pile 2, the more their mind would play tricks on them, is what I'm getting. And so they're having to work through the triggers. I'm going to ask them what would make the difference. Let's go one step deeper for pile 2 and say, how can we clear up this misunderstanding? Okay, so they're already catching themselves. They know that they can't believe everything they think. They know that they have this predisposition to misinterpret things and be fragile. I'm actually going to get a little bit of a support card here. What can we see for pile 2? What can my viewer do to support this? What does my viewer need to know about this journey? Literally kindness. Don't overdo it. Just keep holding the light, just being genuine. And pile 2, they're already coming around. They're already trusting. But, you know, it's not just on this journey, it's not half-assed. So if your person is going to come forward into twin flame level union with you, it's going to be 1000% authentic. And so just keep, don't worry, don't second guess whether or not you're being something that they're going to embrace. Connect with source, represent yourself with purity, authenticity, because your person is experiencing so much healing on this journey of that terrible, horrific imprinting. And your kindness, your even keel, your balance is such a light for this person. But remember, you're not responsible for their journey, for their karma. And so don't feel guilt, shame, burden. Trust everything that's happened on the journey so far, and know that it's not up to you to solve it for them. They do have to come to it on their own, and they are. Okay, pile 3. Pile 3. What did we get? So what does your counterpart feel about the spiritual connection, the energetic connection between you? Dimensional planes of perception, number 7. Oh, I'm taken with the number 7. I've said this a couple of times today, that it is a divine number. It's a divine number of completion. So, you know, in the book of Genesis, the world was created in 7 days. And so too, you know, the 7 chakras, there is a wholeness to the number 7 that indicates a pause. So you are also in like that 7th day of rest kind of energy, where there is a standstill, a pause, integration feeling, a rest. But we are getting a path change, paradigm shift, and adjustment. So energetically, you have radically shifted your person's view. And right now, in real time, I'm hearing they are in the process of switching their thoughts over from what used to be to the new. They're making adjustments in their everyday life that align with this newfound perception. So let's see what else we can know. What does pile 3's person feel about the connection, about pile 3? We get 2. What are they? The Hermit and the 6 of Swords. So yeah, they are deeply in hermit mode, about their own contribution, that what needs to happen in their own adjustments, their own right, how they can look at things differently. Sometimes, you know, the Hermit is about being in hermit mode. In the upright, it's about the destined path out there. Here, it's like I'm feeling their contribution, their half of the dynamic for any progress to be had. The 3 of Swords is about progress. It's about mindset, thoughts. Swords are our thoughts, our communications. And so your person is really at this time looking at success in the context of what they can do to facilitate the success, how they can show up differently. how they can change, path changes here, so how they can change a major course of direction. So this could be literally karmic situations ending or having ended, and now picking up the pieces to go in a new direction. So yeah, they just don't know what that should look like yet, or some detail hasn't been seen yet. Let's check it out. Let's have a look and see. So for pile 3, what does pile 3's person need to still, I heard organize, orchestrate, in order to see progress and movement come forward at this time? Okay, love offers kindness, sweetness, an apology. So for pile 3, they have seen the light. Something that they have noticed about their own character is up for reconsideration. Is there anything else? Oh, and lack of teamwork. So they are in a little, I just saw the 2 bottom cards. They are in a little bit of a conundrum because they now see that they were out of line in some way. And they're forgiving themselves. They're trying to forgive themselves and put themselves in your shoes, but also imagine how you can forgive them. For some, they're not quite there yet. They don't know how you'll be able to do that, but they are working on it. They are seeing that they would rather be in a more harmonious place with you. They just don't know how that can look. For some, there are 2 masculines here dueling over that feminine. So for some, it may be a matter of you having a third-party karmic. I'm going to pull a card for that, just that specific thing. So if my viewer, if you have 2 masculines in your life, what is this paradigm shift regarding that? Okay, your person is admitting to themselves that they love you even though you're with someone else. That doesn't mean that they think it's appropriate to come forward, but at very least they are not denying the love. They just don't know what to do about it. Your person does think that they are the better match for you though, but they're waiting to see if you're going to I heard up level out of your karmic situation so that you can have teamwork together. Okay, there's one more message that wants to come out for people that isn't applicable for. I'm going to just pull an added clarifier on this transformation and unconditional love. So for those that don't resonate with that little tangent, what can we see further? What is pile 3? Thinking about the future. Yeah, they do feel like there is something that they have to go. So this pile has an aha moment about too many people being involved on their end, some kind of an previous way of living or situation that they're going to have to be brave and change their mind and show people that actually that wasn't the real me. I am going through a transformation, and if I'm totally honest, this is how I would prefer to live, to show up, to run my life. So there does seem to be either, for pile 3, there seems to be either a karmic partner on your side, a karmic situation on your side or on their side, or both. So take it how it resonates. That seems to be the theme here, that pile 3 sees that there is a holdup with progress because of too many people being involved somewhere in this arrangement. However, they know that just because there are pre-existing commitments or commitments since you met and maybe new commitments formed with other people, that those things don't have to be continued on. Those paths don't have to be navigated. Those deals can be broken and progress can be had here. It's like they see that both scenarios, take it how it resonates for the different situations, all of them are kind of dead-end streets, and that true progress and true life-affirming energy in your connection can't move forward until those other things are released. But they used to think that those other things held more significance or importance than your connection, or took priority over this connection somehow. Maybe they thought you thought that about your karmic situation, or they had sincerely wanted to give it their best go in their karmic situation. Whichever the case may be, they now see that progress is not actually available in those other situations, and in order to access the truly available progress in your situation and destined path, those other things need to be released. Okay, so what would your person say to you about all of this? I was getting a few different scenarios, combinations with that. So let's see if we can find a message from pile 3. Wow, okay, we got I'm too afraid to talk in the reverse. And again, was this the pile that had the 7? Yeah, the message of the 7. So another confirmation that this is a rest period, but it's not going to last forever. This too shall pass, I'm hearing. So they're too afraid to talk right now. Maybe it feels a bit big having all of these revelations of the changes that need to happen, but they don't want to make the wrong move right now because of other people being involved potentially, and the sensitivity of that. We also get you already know, so trust what you know about this connection. So for everyone watching pile 3, you will resonate with something that came out here, and they know that that's what it is, and not the lack of love between you. I'm obsessed with your body is in the reverse. So they are also mustering the belief that it's more than lust, that you actually love them, that they actually love you. It's like a pep talk in order to trust that these karmic situations are going to be released. There's a deepening. When you came together, I'm hearing there was such a sexual pull, there was such an attraction, and now, when people get cold feet, they could dismiss whether or not it was more than that. They are anchoring in the fact that it is much more than just lust with you, and that's the fuel that is causing the realization that this whole thing is going to be moving forward when certain things are released. Okay, I'm open to compromise, so they would like to come up with a plan with you, but for this pile I feel like it's premature, and that everyone involved needs to clean up their own karmic situations before this kind of an energy can truly come in. I left because you told me to. So this isn't direct. It's not like overtly I told you to leave and so I did. This is giving the impression of it, or maybe the illusion that you didn't want to leave your karmic partner, pile 3 viewer, pile 3, or that there wasn't enough attraction here. They weren't just dropping into their heart and trusting what their heart was telling them. They were taking cues from you that they may have misread slightly, so they stepped back. It was something in your actions that they interpreted that way. And then your family won't like me. So something, again, when it's in the reverse like this, it's an internalized thing, and I'm getting it's a projection. It's something about the critical nature of their own family and upbringing that is saying, making them believe, in moments of weakness, that they won't be received into the fold on your side of the dynamic when you come forward. Like maybe would be labeled as a bad influence, or people could find out about the third party situation, and they don't want to offend. They want the best chance forward with your family. It's cute that they're thinking about that. I mean, more than cute, that's very loving, but yeah, they are thinking about when you'll be together, what it will be like, for if they will be accepted or not by your people. I can't even look at you right now, and I'm a very jealous person. So this is You know, we did see that Two of Swords with the two masculines fighting. It's good old fighting for the prize kind of energy here. So for some, they are jealous. So if you are the one, viewer, with a karmic situation, or one of the two in the dynamic that has, and you both have, your person is a bit jealous of that, and they don't really want to share. They really are truly only wanting you to themselves. If they are the one with two people, they're still working out the energetics of true connection, which can masquerade as jealousy. So they might be dealing with a possessive, jealous karmic partner, or a jealous dynamic, that's a better way to say it, in their karmic partnership. That, you know, a third party, you, for instance, would be the greatest taboo. And that could be one of the biggest catalysts for unconditional love, is coming to peace about how all of that can be true. If there is jealousy in their connection, as is, it might feel diabolical that your connection initiated in the face of this very obvious thing going on. It's ironic, right? Having said that, it's been coming through time and time again in the last week that karmic situations will always have a disconnect of compatibility, and there will always be a discrepancy, which causes an insecure connection and room for what we sometimes interpret as jealousy, the codependency. Codependency is always there when there's an unequal connection, an unbalanced foundation. And so jealousy is one of the descriptors that come up to describe a disconnect between people energetically. That's why you don't want to get into a scenario before people are healed and ready, is because it could be that kind of a speed wobble with an incompatible foundational energy. Okay. Oh, I'm on the fence. I'm going to do a daily Divine Masculine check-in. That was pile 3. I hope you all resonated with those piles. Let me know. I kind of like these readings. I don't want to just always put a blanket one option at the beginning of the daily readings. So I like splitting them up into 3 so that you have a little bit more specific energy, because there are less people choosing each pile. It can be more tailored to the frequency of that group. Okay, so let's see. Divine Creator, what are the Divine Masculines thinking about the connections today? What is on the heart space? What are they wishing for their connection? What actions are being taken? What is the challenge? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where are the connections going in the near future? Okay, what is on the conscious mind? The moon, secrets coming to light, information, subconscious coming up. So a layer of deep emotional influence has come up for the Divine Masculines about this connection. They've seen something recently. I think we're right around the crescent moon, quarter moon right now. So yeah, right now, in real time, something has come to light, some new moon intention. We do that without even thinking. We don't have to have a ritual on the new moon to set an intention. It's part of our makeup. We just do it. So something that the Divine Masculines were curious about around the new moon has now come to light, and they're like, oh, I see it now from the right angle. Let's see, what can we get for clarifiers for this moon on the conscious mind of the Divine Masculines? Did you see that fly? It was the 5 of Swords. So their own free will, the way they've looked at things, they've seen that they have looked at things through their more immature or unhealed self lens. And so now they've matured, they see it in a different way. They suddenly see more of a depth of interpretation. Your connection is now seen in a new light, a slightly deeper more love-filled, there's more gravity to your scenario now. It holds more weight in their awareness because they are becoming more substantial as a person as they develop and become more spiritually mature. They now see something they didn't see before about your connection. What are they feeling on the heart space? The spiritual connection. So something in the way that they used to view relationship, holy matrimony. I am getting a religious church vibe here. Something in their assumptions about what true connection, what relationship is supposed to look like, because whatever this aha moment is on the conscious mind has happened, they're now seeing the spiritual connection that seemed to be a contradiction regarding your connection. They're seeing around it. They're seeing how your connection can still be valid in light of whatever that assumption was that they used to have about relationship. Can we get a clarifier? Beautiful. So, I'm looking at the Tower and told to take it. Ace of Wands in the reverse. So this is an energy of initiation. This is a future spark. One of the piles got this, actually. You'll know it if you did. So Ace of Wands, this is the becoming. They know that there is potential to kick this off. They don't have the same block in their heart space. They've solved a bit of the problem that they used to think was here. There's something. For some, this could even be the lack of sexual attraction for you. They've seen the spiritual reason for that. They've seen their own developmental curve. They've seen that they were not at a frequency to recognize and polarize with you, so that there was a sexual charge. You had a growth spurt, viewer, and you popped up out of this divine counterpart, divine masculine's radar. And so they were confused by that, and they're starting to see that their own lack of spiritual understanding and energetic frequency did not allow for them to be your match in the past. But they're starting to catch on to some of the deeper awarenesses, and they can feel the charge growing again. So there's a sort of a future promise here of the sexual connection tentatively coming back in for some. Okay, what are the divine masculines wishing for? Long-term abundance. They want the very best in every way now. And in light of what we're seeing here, the deeper meaning, the spiritual stuff coming up, the sacred sexuality, the connection based on a true spiritual desire, that's because they're wishing for embodiment of that spiritual essence that we've been talking about so far. They're now wanting to include that for true abundance going forward. Let's get a clarifier. Page of Cups. Yeah, they're kind of in this is surrendering to the love. It's a euphoric feeling I'm getting here. It's a little bit like a drug, I just heard, because they're now seeing, look at how colorful this is. They're now seeing the mundane pursuit of financial security and all of that. They're seeing it colored by the love now. They're seeing how much more full it can be with the love included. With you, angel, with you. Okay, so what are they doing? They are making progress. So literally, here's Here's the color. They're going towards the rainbow. They now know. We've heard all that glitters is not gold quite a bit in the last while. They're in search of the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. They're putting down the old mindset. I'm looking at these swords here in this Six of Swords as a pile of obsolete instruments. Like they've just put all the old thoughts down and they've run off. You can't see them. They're already searching for that true pot of gold, heart of gold. So yeah, they are aligning with authenticity. They've put down the old ways of thinking. Beautiful. We have the Two of Swords in the reverse. They've chosen love. They've chosen to put down all the ifs, ands, and buts, and they're going towards the pot of gold. That is awesome. Okay, what is the biggest block? Manifesting this. Manifesting with the new frequencies, because it's new to them, because in some ways your connection is starting to come in as a viable contribution to the new level of manifestations. Like it's all coming in at once as they are looking to manifest in a higher way, a higher light, more in tune with their truth. Your connection is sort of coming in from the side. What can we get for clarification? The Six of Swords again. So this progress, many are thinking that they can't make progress going forward truly without choosing the path to align with you. They now see, that's what's come to light here, is the missing piece. And the irony of you were hidden in plain sight. You were the key. There's a key here. The key has come into focus. You have been the key to their progress. And for many, now that they see that, they're like, oops, how did I manage to screw that up so badly? How did I not prioritize this connection? What do I do about it now? How do I manifest progress knowing what I now know about this connection? What is the spirit-guided solution? Come out of the Left for Dead abandonment wounds triggered and, humble. Divine masculines. Open up. Seven of Swords. This is secrecy. I'm being shown the Empress here. Let go of it. We were seeing the King of Pentacles for commitment. So I was told to just take all of those. Amazing. They were just staring at me. So come out of the existential crisis, this separation mentality. This is the epitome of separation mentality, of, forsaken energy. The separation wound. This is the rock bottom. So Seven of Swords is strategy, opening up. When it's in the reverse, it's like cracking open the door, letting in the light, little bit by little bit, about what? True abundance. We got that message. The Empress is true abundance. It's the 10 of coins on steroids. It's the real deal. It's the technicolor. It's the fullness. And so they're starting to see that in order to get that, in order to manifest true progress on this level, the next level, they need to put down, divine masculines, you need to put down the overthinking, analysis paralysis, feel with the heart space, go towards the abundance, open up, let your divine feminine in, let your counterpart in. They are warming up, they are committing, actually. Commitment to seeing where your connection can go is the divine guidance here. So divine masculines watching, this doesn't mean marry your divine feminine. It doesn't mean show up as like a husband card kind of thing necessarily. This just means don't run from it, don't reject it anymore. See what can be had. I cautiously say that not all twins will land up in romantic union, but at the same time, I don't fully buy that. But we're not rushed into it before it's authentically available. So divine masculines watching, don't fear that you're going to be roped into something prematurely. Keep your autonomy, keep your sovereignty, but commit to the spiritual progress that can be had in this connection. Not the person. What is the direction of energy? commitment to the spiritual progress, not the person. So divine masculines are catching stride. Divine feminines, listen to these messages. Trust and commitment have been coming up repeatedly lately in private reads as well. If we are committed to the spiritual path, we're in safety, we're in security, we're in abundance, and everything else is just this beautiful collaborative energy, and the pressure is off of the person. If we're doing things because of the flow of the aliveness, the spiritual path, nothing is hidden from us, and we know the steps to take. What clarification can we get? Where is this spiritual embarking going? 9 of Wands, the guard is being dropped. This is also a card that talks about the steps towards the goal. And so, yeah, ask the divine to show you the next steps, divine counterparts, to come into this perceptionary shift that goes from the importance on the 3D person to the connection to source that illuminates what to do while traveling in tandem, likely with the 3D person, from what I can see here going forward. This is where we can be true friends, and where we can be curious about what these connections have been mashed into our lives for, because many of the divine counterparts are following divine signs and synchronicities and divine awareness as to who this person is. Not necessarily promises or statements of commitment from the counterpart. Pay attention to that. Let's get one card, one last oracle card. We get wind. It came out in the reverse, so I'm going to read the medicinal property of wind. It's a 63 card. So this is a card for everyone. The medicine. When wind comes as medicine, you're being invited to recognize the value of chaos. Windstorms provide necessary chaos to clear the air and spread seeds so plants and trees can take root in new fields. Right now it may seem as if your world has been turned upside down, but this is temporary, and the storm will blow over. Perhaps communication has broken down between you and another, or your many to-do lists are overwhelming you. The medicine is to simplify, slow down, course correct if you need to, and wait out the storm to clear things up. Just know that all storms have great value if you can remain neutral during their course. Greater clarity and good things will come from it all. Remember, this too shall pass. Bye for now.